So we're here with Julius from Image and Form. We're talking about SteamWorld Dig 2, which is the sequel to SteamWorld Dig. Tell us about SteamWorld Dig 2.
Well, SteamWorld Dig 2 is what we call a platform mining adventure. And it's a sequel to the indie smash hit SteamWorld Dig from 2013. And this time, it's even more of a Metroidvania than SteamWorld Dig ever was. So that means that there will be lots of platforming action, many different vivid and bright worlds to explore. That's full of living things and creatures you can fight and stuff like that. And it also means that it's more of an open world experience than Dig ever was. You can sort of do it at your own pace. And we have some really cool things we'll share with you in the coming months as well. So it's going to be fun.
Is it the same main character from the original game?
No. This time you'll play as Dorothy, the merchant from Tumbleton in SteamWorld Dig 1. And she's looking for a long-lost friend.
Okay.
And who that is, you'll have to wait and see. But Rusty, the main character from SteamWorld Dig 1, is important to this game.
Okay.
Very important. So stay tuned for more news about that.
So obviously there's connection between the first, the two games, but how does this fit into the heist? In terms of narratively, how does it fit into heist?
That's a very interesting question. SteamWorld Tower Defense, the first SteamWorld game, is set just before SteamWorld Dig 1. And SteamWorld Dig, then it's SteamWorld Dig, and SteamWorld Dig 2 takes place, I believe, very shortly after the first one. Which means that this is basically the same Dorothy you play as that you meet in SteamWorld Dig 1. But she obviously looks different, so she was probably sent away for upgrades and returned with a fresh coat of paint.
Okay.
The Earth is still intact by this point, so I don't want to spoil anything, but it has some really cool ties to SteamWorld Heist. And SteamWorld Heist itself is set, I think, a couple of centuries after this.
Oh, okay.
So at least 200-300 years.
So I get SteamWorld Heist comes out, people enjoy it. What made you want to go back to the Dig style of Metroidvania, if I could say that?
Yeah.
As opposed to the more tactical heist.
There are two main reasons. First, because the first major reason is because we didn't feel we did everything we wanted to do with Dig.
Okay.
We gave it our all with SteamWorld Dig, but sadly ran out of cash, and we had to borrow a boatload of money to finish it. Sorry about that. So yeah, we had to borrow a boatload of money to finish it, and the game turned out good. We really liked. We are so proud of SteamWorld Dig 1, but there's so many more things we wanted to make, and that is SteamWorld Dig 2. And the number two reason is because fans have been asking us for the past 4 years. It's like every day we open our inbox and there's like a bunch of new requests for SteamWorld Dig 2. And we're finally answering the players' prayers with SteamWorld Dig 2, which I think is nice.
It's nice to get what you want.
Yeah.
It certainly is. So are there other characters you'll play as in SteamWorld Dig 2?
Nothing we have announced yet.
Okay, gotcha.
So stay tuned for more news. We will show a lot more in the coming months.
And you mentioned earlier that this is coming to the Nintendo Switch first.
Yeah, it will debut on Nintendo Switch this summer. And as we said in a previous blog post, we're actually looking into doing a multi-platform release on day one. But we have nothing to confirm at this point since we're finalizing the details. But definitely Nintendo Switch this summer. And Nintendo Switch itself is the main platform for this game.
Okay.
We're designing it around everything we can do with HG Rumble, making sure it works super well, both in TV mode and in handheld mode. And we just want to make this the best indie on Nintendo Switch. And I think we're well on our way on doing that.
That's exciting. That's good. Yeah. So how has it been working with the Switch thus far as opposed to the Wii U?
In a sentence, it's like you're said.
Okay.
Like, first of all, Nintendo's really they're making something new, not just with a console, but like their approach to indies and third parties, and how they're making publishing so much easier. Like before, we were like for the Wii U and 3DS, we have to submit one different version of the game for each territory, with its own approval process, and it takes months. This time it's only one build since it's region free, which makes our job so much easier. We can focus on creating the game we want to make instead of just sitting with paperwork that never ends.
About localization and things like that.
Exactly.
Good.
And the Switch hardware itself is it's perfect. It's like you said, Wii U and 3DS in terms of ease of development, it's also like it's a very condensed feature, a condensed console, because it does what it does really well. It's a great handle and it's a great console, and we couldn't be happier with the Switch at all, actually.
Good. Well, I look forward to playing it. Tiny, you have any questions?
I'm really enjoying this.
Just enjoying things blowing up. All right. Well, thank you for your time, Julius.
Thanks so much.